What it is, guys? It's your boy Blasphemous HD.
Why does he always give like the insane blown out reactions to everything? Ha! You're saying I'm not famous anymore? Ha! Like, Blasphemous HD is a god tier gooner. Well, we'll find out how much of a gooner he is right now. The downfall of Blasphemous HD.
Thief, liar, vile are some of the many names given to YouTuber Blasphemous HD, being known for frequently stealing content, getting into fights, cheating on his girlfriend, and having his channel banned permanently off the YouTube platform.
He got banned? I didn't know he got banned. He got banned? Why is there such a Blasphemous HD rabbit hole? I thought it was just like a boring reaction channel.
More than clear that Blasphemous HD has destroyed the name that he's made for himself. Disappointing.
Okay, this is a little dramatic. I'm going to make kind of an assertion here. I don't think Blasphemous HD ever really had a name for himself. Who was watching? He's like Jinx. He's just another reaction channel. He never had a real name. Maybe people passively remember him, but it's not like they ever were like, oh, I'm such a fan of him. I'm so disappointed. Like, nobody even remembered. Will you ever make another music video? Maybe.
Pointing the fans that he did have, now uploading on an alt channel, getting a fraction of the views that he...
Blasphemous HD TV2. Miss HD TV2. All right, let's see some of this fire content, guys. These animations are scarier than they are funny. Try not to laugh. Amazing reaction.
What it is, guys?
What it is! That's what I'm gonna say in my videos. Notice how if you click through the entire thing, he doesn't pause it once. He just sits. You just watch his face. That's literally it. He's just watching it. It's like you're just in his house watching him. He doesn't say anything.
Used to get and overall being hated by the internet. This is the downfall of Blasphemous HD. Maurice Barnett, better known as Blasphemous HD, was born on October 16, 1987 in Compton, California. His mother would move him and his siblings to Cleveland, Ohio, where Maurice would grow up in very bad environments, which would ultimately fuel the first wave of his content that we would get from him. In his earlier days, he uploaded story times of his experiences growing up in the projects and later adventures in Las Vegas, a city he would move to. These story times were actually pretty entertaining, and as a former fan of Maurice myself, I used to binge these for hours.
Wait, he had fans? What were his story times? I didn't know he ever did story times. I thought he was literally just a reaction channel. Maybe he did have some kind of fan base. Blasphemous HD story time. My high school got shot up.
What it is, Game of Homies? Your boy Blasphemous H Dizzle. A lot of you guys have been hitting me up because for some reason you guys want to hear more stories about Smoke 3, which is pretty big for a 17-year-old.
Well, he did like commentary storytime videos. I didn't even know that. What the hell? BHD storytime, there's 20 of them?
Guys, it's your boy Blasphemous HD. Okay, so look, every news... Hey, what's up, guys? You already see the gameplay in the background.
Some of them have some decent views, actually. This is a collab video, Game Face Studios with Blasphemous HD. How my crush became my new girlfriend, storytime. Maurice Barnett. That's the Charleston.
If there's one question you guys have been asking me for the longest time.
You have to remember, people would watch literally anything in 2013. Yeah, the standard of content was a lot lower. Although, in fairness, people will watch like anything now. I mean, look at Sniper Wolf is still uploading, doing the same exact content, right? Look at these videos. Look at this. I mean, you thought I was on slop. This is another level we can only aspire to. Eating black food for 24 hours. Okay, we'll just go back. The downfall of Blasphemous HD.
Growing up. Over time, Maurice transitioned into reaction style videos, focusing primarily on his main channel while also starting a few others. However, his reactionary content was his main focus. Maurice was an instant hit with his reaction videos, watching a variety.
Thomas the Dank Engine. I remember that video. Oh my god, dude. Story time. Dude, epic moment. I remember, okay, one time I was at my friend's house and we were having a sleepover. We were upstairs. His parents were downstairs watching the TV. But next to the TV was a big Bluetooth speaker that was on, okay? We left it on before we went upstairs for our little sleepover. We're there, okay? Speaker's there. We connect to it through Bluetooth. And what do we play at full volume? Yes, it's Thomas the Dank Engine. Dude, Thomas the Dank Engine is an amazing video. To this day, this is an amazing video, okay? I don't care what anyone says. This video is amazing. This is so good. People don't even know. This is the kind of rap I want, okay? This is the only kind of rap I can even tolerate. It's so good, dude. This is real music. Purely legendary.
Variety of content. He would react to weird comedic videos and horror videos as his main content. His hilarious reactions would generate a connection with the viewer in him.
Run, bitch! No! Oh!
His hilarious reactions would connect with the viewer. It's hilarious. They would connect.
However, as the dollar signs rolled in, Maurice's content would start to get very lackluster. He would tone down on the funny personality that we knew to give barely any reaction at all. He would get the most popular content on the website, record himself staring at his screen, and then upload it to capitalize off others' content.
He's eating! He's Hassaning it!
Become noticeable by people on the platform, and Maurice would start to be called out for it.
Pyrocynical was the type of nigga who would sell his car for gas money. Because
True!
only that level of stupidity would warrant him running around the internet talking shit to people
I think he's right.
and then getting mad
I think he's right.
when they block his bitch ass.
Destroyed, dude. What the f? He got him.
Now, for the majority of you that can't understand a single word he's saying, allow me to translate. This individual has talked to me, that's why I blocked him.
A particular instance being from an upcoming exposed YouTuber, Minnesota Boy. Now this wouldn't be the
Minnesota
beginning of
Boy.
their beef, as their conflict actually dates
Who is Minnesota Boy? I don't remember that guy at all. I remember Minnesota Burns. Minnesota Boy. Blasphemous HD versus Minnesota Boy VidCon fight.
I gotta get this guy right here.
Man, all the YouTubers used to actually go to VidCon. How crazy is that? Anytime I've been to VidCon, I've literally only been to the convention once of the times I've gone out there, and nobody was there. Nobody was fucking there. The YouTubers do not go to VidCon anymore.
This guy said he was gonna kill me and my mom.
I was literally looking for this guy right here.
Yo.
This guy Blasphemous
He said he was gonna kill him and his mom?
HD.
You remember that?
This guy right here, I was looking for this guy. Hold this camera.
This is the
I
guy.
was looking for this.
This is the guy.
Literally, this is the guy that stole content on YouTube, and he's not funny as shit.
Yo, that's
This is so awkward, bro.
And,
crazy. Yo,
Just walk away.
I remember that shit. Yo,
push me out my
hey, don't
own
push
They're
my-
fighting.
yo.
Push my shit.
Watch out. Hey, soda. Hey, soda.
Oh, did he just punch him?
Beat your ass, boy.
Chill out.
I beat your ass, boy.
They're fighting in front of the 12-year-olds?
Beat your ass, boy.
Nigga, you ain't gonna beat shit.
Beat your
I'll
ass, boy.
I will fuck the
your
shit
ass,
out of you,
boy.
my nigga. I will fuck the shit out of you, my nigga. I'll put my dick all up. For real?
Bro.
Nigga, you don't want.
Did he say he'd shit on him and pull out his dick? Is this some kind of flirting, or is this just how things go?
Bruh, come on, my nigga. Come on, my nigga. You know what? You know
Old
what?
ass little nigga.
I make way
Old
too
ass
much
little
money
nigga.
for your little bitch ass.
Oh, I make way too much money for your little bitch ass, dude. Is this staged or something? I love how Minnesota final insult is "Yo mama look cute though." What the hell is this, 3rd grade? Yeah, they do have very 3rd grade insults.
Oh, security guard.
You make
know
money?
what, man? I'll see you
You
later.
make money?
Suck this.
Ain't you a nurse?
Get up
Ain't
out
you
of
a
here.
registered
Come on,
nurse?
baby, let's go. Come on, baby, let's go.
Hey, how was that?
See you later, my nigga.
How was that
Suck
car
this
for your
dick,
mama?
homie. Suck this dick.
Your
my
mama
nigga.
look cute though.
Your mama look cute, dude. He got him. He hit him with the "your mom" joke, dude.
Hey, so we just ran into Blasphemous HD, and this bitch nigga, he got in my vlog, and I've been waiting to run into this weak ass nigga for like the longest.
He IRL trolled him, dude. Not everyone can handle that, okay? It's like when Hassan got cyberbullied IRL.
dates back several months prior. It all began when Minnesota Boy entered a contest that promised a significant amount of money as a reward. Unfortunately, the events surrounding the contest did not play out in Minnesota Boy's favor, which left him feeling frustrated and betrayed.
About a year into me doing YouTube, I had about 25K, maybe 30K subs, and this other YouTuber named Dark Maul had started this contest that I was a judge in. I forgot what the name of the contest was, but the fans will vote on whose video was the best, and whoever would win that contest would get $300 cash. Well, Minnesota Boy was in that contest, right? So at the time, Minnesota Boy was always making these videos about how he was broke, he needed money to pay his rent.
In a fit of anger, he lashed out at Maurice, making a series of inflammatory claims against him. The situation escalated to an extent that Minnesota Boy even made the shocking statement wishing for Maurice's mother to pass away from cancer.
No way. He actually did that? I thought that was just like a random shit talking thing he said during that little confrontation. He said he hopes his mom passes away from cancer.
What did he say? He said in that street like that made me want to whoop his ass.
I don't remember the whole thing, but he said something about like trying to kill you and your mom and your family or something like.
An incredibly hurtful and extreme sentiment that underscored the depth of his anger. In the wake of this turmoil, Minnesota Boy found himself grappling with feelings of...
I still don't understand why Minnesota Boy hates him so much. Is it just because of how the competition went? He just has hated him since then. It wasn't a principled stance on content. It was just, he personally dissed me, so I'm going to make it my life to destroy him.
Resentment and grief. Instead of channeling those emotions positively, he chose to take to social media, joining the chorus of voices within the YouTube community to publicly call out Maurice. He accused him of stealing content, claiming that Maurice had compromised his integrity as a creator, which would be true. This accusation added fuel to the fire and sparked a heated back and forth that captivated their audiences. The exchanges became increasingly aggressive, with both parties trading barbs and insults, creating a toxic environment. As the tension between the two continued to build, they would run into each other at VidCon 2016, and the encounter would be less than pretty.
This is the guy that stole content.
All right, well, we already saw this. We already saw this little encounter, but that was pretty good. I did enjoy that.
Despite all of this, Maurice continued to upload content to his YouTube channels. He had a few friends who frequently appeared in his videos, whether in reactions or vlogs. However, Maurice managed to destroy all of these relationships in a short amount of time. His friends Dr. J and the Women and Chavez later explained why they chose to end their friendships with Maurice, citing his attitude, entitlement, and overall awful character as their main reasons.
You make up all these lies for who knows what. Nobody cares.
It's always weird to me when, like, seemingly this drama didn't even involve anything publicly. Like, he made up lies to them, I guess. He treated them like shit, but it wasn't even over anything publicly. But this used to be a more common thing on YouTube, where somebody's shitty to you behind the scenes. No matter what it is, you just make an exposed video on them. This is like a thing everyone would do. That doesn't exist so much now. I feel like now the exposed videos are more from, like, the public perspective. People care less about YouTubers' private lives. Maybe because it's gotten more professional. I don't really know.
People are completely content with, we had a falling out, because it's what happened. They want the details. They don't need the details. It's hurtful details. You cheated on your ex, and you took it out on your friends, and you lied.
Based.
To one of your best friends. Oh, he wasn't my best friend, blah, blah, blah.
Hey, look. Sometimes you can't spit on that thing. There's just so many YouTubers now. I mean, there are more for sure. I'm open to criticism. Well, don't you worry. If you do something that needs to be criticized, I will destroy you. Play the game.
I didn't trust him that much. Dude, we saw each other for like 13 hours, 7 days a week for 8 months. All the other fake friends you bring around you, be careful. Because I never stole from you. I never tried to fight you. And keeping it real sometimes hurts people's feelings. And that's what the fuck I do. And you've had that from the beginning. And I don't need to be rich, and I don't need to be powerful. I just need to be me. And I've never regretted being me.
Blasphemous HD. I want to see, like, what the story was here. I want to get more lore, because it's hard for me to even understand what happened. It's like his friends just didn't like him anymore. Blasphemous HD exposed. Guess he was just a shitty friend. Shitty overall friend. Do not trust Blasphemous HD. The real Blasphemous HD exposed. Edge Timber to Goontober. True. If he reacted to Talk to a Podcast episode 2, maybe Blasphemous wouldn't go through this. Yeah. He could finally pull us all together. If Blasphemous did that, I think then Clancy would probably remove his video, right? If I had to guess. It would change the game. Me and this YouTuber's beef just got real.
Think of what that's like for a popular YouTuber who's never molested anyone or anything before. I'd like to point out, he's not that popular anymore. Just made entertaining videos for 8 years. I've been to prison. We don't play about
What it is, guys, it's your boy Blasphemous HD. A lot of you guys might know this, but I've been trying to get into the YouTuber boxing.
Why does he always give, like, the insane, blown out reactions to everything? Ah! You're saying I'm not famous anymore? Ah! Like...
And that's all I ever will be.
Additionally, Dr. Girlfriend, who was Maurice's partner throughout much of his YouTube career, left him after he cheated on her with an Instagram model.
What is the reason that you and BHD broke up? Well, he cheated on me with multiple different women.
Based.
How long were you together again? Almost 5 years? And how many of those years was he cheating on you? About 3 of those.
This betrayal only worsened how his friends viewed
Dude, he blew up and got some serious poontang, okay? He won.
him, making them even less inclined to associate with him. At this point, Maurice's success
Who is this random cop guy? Who is this random cop guy?
An image became his highest priorities, overshadowing even his close family and friends.
I just can't surround myself with people who not only, you know what I mean, like I can understand if a nigga don't want shit for himself, but if a nigga don't want shit for me, like that's when I gotta get the, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Know what I'm saying?
Want to be fat and lazy and don't release no videos his whole life. That's on him. Like, I like releasing videos. I like, you know, I like success. I'm not gonna sit down and not release videos and not work out just because that nigga wants to be fat and live on someone's couch his whole life.
Dude, he's destroying them, okay? His enemies are fat, they don't work out, and they don't get pussy. Unlike him, he reacts to videos and he gets pussy. And he's fucking jacked, okay? Who do these people think they are?
You bitter, bro. Talk it out with him. Yo, Elijah the Great, suck a that nigga can go kill himself, and I would not care. Randy could kill himself.
Elijah the Great. Was he mad at them because they exposed him first and they just brought the drama to the public? Elijah the Great. Elijah the Great, Blasphemous. I can't even find it. Why can't I even find it, dude? Why is all this stuff buried in archives? Who is Elijah the Great? Blasphemous HD drama. The Complete Downfall. Chavez and Dr. J. Chavez, Blasphemous HD. What the fuck is this? Poop Prank Part 2 featuring Dr. J. Dr. J and the women. Okay, so the problem is that their channels are not called what he says they're called. You have to like scroll through the descriptions to find them. Chavez, Slovakia. So he does the same thing. He does reaction content. Why don't Chavez and BHD hang out anymore?
You make up all these fucking lies for who knows what. Nobody cares. People are
Top comment says, this is the first YouTube follow that legitimately hurt me.
completely content with, we had a falling out because it's what happened. They want the details. They don't need the details. It's hurtful details. You cheated on your ex and you took it out on your friends.
Why did he expose him though?
And you lied to one of.
Did Blasphemous shit on him first?
And I don't need to be rich and I don't need to be powerful. I just need to be me. And I've always been proud to be me and I've never regretted being me. And that's all I ever will. Has entered the station, Chavez, Slovakia. Oh, he's exposed. BHD has finally dropped the big exposed vid. Just.
Oh, so BHD dropped it first and he's just responding.
Dumping out all the juicy and rotisserie style beef that you guys have all been waiting for. Of course, you know, first of all, for all the people who have been waiting so long, it's been like over a year, people have been asking, what's been going on with Chavez and BHD? We want to know the full scoop. We want to know the full story. And people who, you know, have been asking, people on the Discord, we've talked about it. We've talked about it in past videos. The answer is the truth, and it's still the truth. We simply just don't work together anymore, right? I haven't worked for BHD in over a year. Haven't talked to him in over a year. We have not spoken to each other. A lot of people think this beef is going on between us, a big feud. We haven't spoken to each other. So why this is coming up now, Lord only knows, right? A couple people have speculated, you know, me coming up on 100K. It's got him feeling some type of way. The Patreon money might make him feel some type.
Okay, so Blasphemous was still salty about the beef. He saw this guy was on the rise, and he decided to drop an exposed video. Maybe preemptively so we could avoid whatever follow could come if this guy released it first. Or maybe just because he was genuinely salty.
Away, but we'll get into all that in just a minute. We're going to, honestly, this is going to be as short as it deserves to be. Now,
32 minutes. Not that short, buddy. Quit yapping.
I would not care.
However, in a turn of events that horrified him, his main channel was ultimately terminated for copyright infringement and hate speech.
The thing is, typically when you get a channel deleted on YouTube, all your channels get wiped. Like I saw recently, I don't know exactly why Amaranth was banned. I assume it was some kind of sexual content policy violation, but Amaranth got banned, and then she was like, why did all my channels get banned? And that's just kind of what happens on YouTube. If you get banned on one channel, they typically go and take out everything you've done. Now, there are some exceptions, like when Monkey Jones got banned, and all his channels for a while got banned, and then eventually he came back under a different name, and they just left him alone for some reason, maybe because he just did completely different content. I don't exactly know. But typically the way it works is if you make one channel every other channel you make, all your alternative channels will also get banned. If they're connected to the same AdSense account, they're going to get banned.
People at YouTube were also not pleased with Maurice, making this the end of his prime. Following this setback, Maurice took a hiatus from YouTube for a while. Eventually, he returned with an alternate channel, BlastphamousHD TV2, where he began uploading Family Guy and cartoon reactions to avoid copyright issues. However, his viewership...
How would that avoid copyright issues? Wouldn't that only encourage more copyright issues? You're reacting to stuff owned by a major studio company, whatever. Wouldn't that... It was an improper termination, was it? I would expect him to be able to get it back then at some point. I mean, he's a big enough channel. Sometimes when you're that big, you'll have some kind of connection with YouTube. It kind of depends.
Never recovered, and he was left with only a mere fraction of his previous audience. Many former fans and viewers expressed disappointment over the noticeable decline in the quality of his reaction videos.
I mean, once again with Jinx, he just, he got lazy. He found a format that worked, where initially he was making content that was actually his personality, right? His content was story times. It was him talking about his life. And then eventually the reaction started working, and he had, a little bit more of a reaction there probably, where he could like laugh at something or give his thoughts on it. But eventually he realized he didn't even have to do that. He could just get popular off of just watching a video with no actual commentary at it. People would watch it anyway. But the price you pay in the long term is that people stop watching you for you. You accumulate an audience of people who don't give a shit about what you have to say. They only care about the videos you're reacting to. And, by the time you figure out how to switch it around, the audience that was there for your personality is already gone.
Following the termination of his main channel, once celebrated for his genuine and relatable reactions, Maurice gained a reputation for forced laughs, exaggerated overreactions, and often obnoxious behavior. This shift left many longtime followers yearning for the authentic content they once enjoyed, creating a stark contrast to the earlier videos that showcased his unique style and perspective. As a result, fans concluded that Maurice's estrangement impacted his ability to create engaging content, as the camaraderie and chemistry that once characterized his videos were lost. This situation left many viewers questioning whether he could recapture the magic of his earlier work, or if his current trajectory was the new norm. Overall, the sentiment among fans reflects a deep concern for the future of his content and a longing for the authenticity that initially drew.
See, this is fascinating to me because I was under the impression that all these React channels were basically created equal, because I was only watching them through the lens of the commentators who were reacting to them. But he had an actual audience and, a little bit of a fan base at one point, He had people who actually cared about what he had to say at one point in time. And he basically sacrificed them in the short term for views and money, which worked for a little while. But then in the long term, once it turned out that he wasn't the best kind of guy to his friends, he wasn't a great person in general, and then the content he was making was devoid of his personality. Anybody who was there for his personality just left, and it was just him watching other videos, and nobody cared. It's kind of rough.
Drew them to his channel. If Maurice cannot recognize how his previous actions and approach to YouTube were detrimental, he will be forever fading, slowly falling into the abyss and becoming merely a memory. Blasphemous HD has become a true shadow of the man that he once was.
Dude, nobody was worried about you, bro. We knew you when you were broke. We were friends with you when you had no money. Just thought.
Have you never seen the clip of him saying he wants to F Chica in FNAF 2? Did he say that? Blasphemous. Why isn't that in this video? That seems essential. HD Chica.
She is such a bad bitch, though. I will fuck the shit out of that robot, man. I'm not even...
That's fire, dude. That's actually good. I didn't know that at all. I'd never seen that. That's sick. Respect. Press F for respect.
All that shit down the drain. And dude, it's not a coincidence when all of your friends tell you became...
It all started with pay. BHD kind of hired him and then refused to give him a cut of the pay. BHD tried to get ahead by making an exposed video. Really didn't play his cards well with that.
...became a dick after you became rich. It's not a fucking coincidence. That's it. That's all I've ever done.
This story in particular was actually a very unfortunate one that I had to make an edit. I do wish the best for Blasphemous HD, even though he has a lot that he needs to rectify. He's got a lot that he needs to think about. I hope that he can come back in the future. But it's not looking too good. But guys, yeah, I appreciate you watching this video. It's been your boy Clancy. Holla at your boy. I'm out.
The thing is, I think that anyone can come back on YouTube, honestly. I think that, there are some exceptions. Like if you groom a child or something, obviously you're going to have a hard time coming back, especially because YouTube might ban you. But outside of that, I think as long as you're an entertaining dude, I think you can always come back. You just have to make content that people want to see, you know? There's so many people who aren't like great people on YouTube. They aren't the most moral person in the world, but because they make content that's good, people will continue watching it. Even Dr. Disrespect, he's getting pretty decent stream viewers, all things considered. And he, you know, definitely did something not good. Appreciate it, bro. You're an inspiration to the channel. Yeah, no worries, buddy. Decent video. Keep grinding. Keep grinding.